That's a little better. Oh, we got some people in here. T from Cleveland says, sorry, Robert. You'll have to apologize to Robert if you don't watch this video. He informed me that this is mandatory viewing. At 10 people, 2 thumbs up. Give the 2 thumbs up. Back to you. We got 3 thumbs up now. That's going to be a problem. How's everyone doing tonight? It's a Tuesday night. You know what that means. We're here live in the bunker. There's a whole road trip in the bag waiting for you guys. Will be started to be uploaded very soon. I hope you enjoy that. Sean Gale says, "What's up? Thank you for writing those coasters you ate." Yes, I ride them for you guys. BB says you probably already knew this, but Mothman's canceled. Yeah, so I actually wearing one of my Mothman shirts tonight. Yeah, very bummed. Mothman's canceled. It's a small group of people that run it. They had to make the best decision for them, for their town, their small town, because of COVID rates in their town. They were advised by their local health department that they should cancel Mothman for the second year in a row. Very sad to see these second year cancellations because of this terrible pandemic. Just trying to catch up on the comments here. Yeah, so Adam did that video that Holy Land is gone. I don't really know the whole story. What the deal with that. And listen, guys, I'll tell you something. Please. I've recently had someone close to me get sick with COVID. So I'm going to be probably less tolerant of the misinformation tonight. So let's not talk about it, okay? I think that would probably be the best direction to go. We're not talking about COVID tonight. We're not arguing about COVID tonight. If you are angry about COVID, go shout into the toilet. Also, Chris says, how was CreepyCon? I was a staff member to talk to you about. Yes, CreepyCon was great. Should be a video up very soon. I thought about doing I don't know. I need to figure out how much they charge for booths, but I thought about doing a fan meetup. Zach Capper says, what are your favorite spots in Valpo and Chesterton? Well, I grew up in Valpo. I love the Orville Redenbacher statue. Melissa says, I'm not even seeing comments on COVID. There was I saw one. It wasn't a lot. I'm a little sensitive, overly sensitive, if you will. I guess that was a pre. I should have warning. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to argue about this pandemic. Someone asked about the thoughts on CM Punk. It was really cool. Really cool to see him back. Excited. I think there's a lot more buzz around AEW than there is around WWE. Melissa asked if I'm dressing up for Halloween. I usually don't. I don't really like dressing up. Nick Zinda, thank you for the super chat. $1.49. Here, let me be open with you guys about something a little personal. I don't really dress up for Halloween. I don't cosplay when I go to these conventions. One of the main reasons is that I have sensory issues. I'm very particular about the clothing I wear, about how it feels on my body. So wearing costumes and costume stuff is very difficult for me. I've done it a few times. I dressed up in the haunted houses. That was difficult. It was a personal struggle, but I went through it. Wearing face paint, very difficult for me, very uncomfortable for me. Wearing any sort of heavy clothing or anything like that, it's difficult. So I can do it. Like if I push myself, I can do it, but it's not. It's difficult. It's a challenge. Did I miss a super chat? Nick Zinda, thank you for the super chat. Yu Jung says, I have sensory issues as well. I get really uncomfortable, overwhelmed when I feel stitches or a couple seams of clothing. Yes, I have that, where I have to make sure my socks are perfectly lined up. I can't stand to have the seam of the socks touch my toes or touch it in an uncomfortable way. I have to make sure my socks are the same size. I have to make sure they match. Not for the way it looks, but for how it feels, if that makes sense. Brandino Heat, thank you for the super chats. You ever film a location and never released it because it was disappointing or not up to your standards? Yes, yes. Not very often, though. That may be like a once or twice thing. Dan and Planet Nurse's mask costumes are sometimes a form of therapy. Yeah, and I've actually experienced that because I've met a lot of cosplayers. I have friends who are into costumes and cosplay. I think some people find it as a very good way to express themselves or to combat insecurities. And I think that's great. It's not how it works for me, but I think it's great. So I'm not trashing the idea of costumes. I want to be really clear on that. I actually love seeing cosplayers in different costumes. Josh Davis, thank you for the super chat. Can you wish me a happy birthday? Absolutely. Happy birthday, Josh Davis. I hope everyone else on here could say happy birthday to Josh as well. Justin Wood, thank you for the super chat. Spanish Navaja says, how come we haven't seen hardly any Arizona videos? We have loads of stuff out here. I love Arizona. I'm trying to think. Maybe I have neglected Arizona a little bit, but I've hit some of the big spots. I've hit Tombstone, Arizona. I've hit the Thing, and my favorite thing in Arizona, the Thing. What have I missed? I love some suggestions for Arizona. When Life Gives You Lemons says, Carpetbagger, I know you feel. I have bad sensory issues with tons of things. I'm a furry, but rough side of the fur is... Ooh, now that's an interesting conundrum. Having sensory issues and being a furry, that seems like it would be an issue. Bearded Dude Fishing says, hi, Jacob. I watch your videos a lot. I want to say what you did for Exploration Unknown. It shows what a stand-up person you are going to show. Respect for you and Boogie. I'll talk about that in just a second. That's okay. Thanks for bringing that up. Henry asked brought up that I cosplay the 80s. I did, and it was a little bit of a struggle. I did not want to put any of those shirts on. In fact, the shirts were all really tight. But when I thought about how ridiculous I'd look, I went ahead and did it. Overcoming adversity here. Jay Smith D says, hey, Carpetbagger, how would you rate Seismic in Houston compared to Meow Wolf and other related attractions? Thank you for the super chat, Jay Smooth. I loved Seismic. Seismic's a very interesting attraction. Definitely would recommend checking it out. That said, nothing compares to Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf is stratospheres ahead of anything else. That's just the fact. I mean, I'm sorry. I've been to a lot of attractions that similar concepts by Meow Wolf, but they can't touch it. Meow Wolf's just too good. Bobby's Papercraft, thank you for the super chat. A little thumbs up pair. All right, now that we're a little caught up. Yeah, I did want to mention, I know a lot of you have to be familiar with John from Exploration Unknown. He's a friend of mine. Unfortunately, I have not had a chance to hang out with him in person since this pandemic began. I'd really like to rectify that soon. But John had a very scary thing happen to him. John I guess he was a victim of a phishing email. Someone that was pretending to be a sponsor that was interested in advertising on his channel. When he tried to download some assets on his computer to use in the in the alleged promo, they was able to fish his computer, and they took over his channel. These, I guess, they were hackers. I think they were from Russia. They they took over his channel and immediately used it to live stream some sort of cryptocurrency scam. And because of that, John's channel got deleted. Now, John was really terrified and scared, like I would be. I would be crapping myself, seeing his livelihood disappear before his eyes. I can't even imagine how terrifying that must have been. And he had a hard time. I mean, at first, I don't know, he didn't know what to do. So he tried emailing YouTube, but he could not get in touch with YouTube. Because when you have a YouTube channel, the best way to get in touch with YouTube is like opening up a support chat. But he couldn't do that because he didn't have access to his channel. So he really didn't have any way to get into his channel. So he calls me up. He's like, I don't know what to do. Do you have any ideas? And I was like, oh crap. So I jumped on I opened up a support for mine. I'm like, my friend really needs help. They said they would contact him, but they weren't really wanting to talk to me about it. They said they would contact him. So I was left at that. And so I got in touch with Boogie. Boogie knows a lot of people in the YouTube hemisphere. Boogie2988, my friend, and he had also had this happen to him at one point. So Boogie shouted out the YouTube support on Twitter, and when Boogie reached out, YouTube actually went ahead and contacted John, and took a few days. Like, they couldn't give John a straight answer on whether or not he was going to get his channel back, but he does. He got his channel back, and I'm just glad if I helped a little bit in that situation. I'm very grateful. Someone asked about Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar returning. I think it's great for both of them. I think it really sucks what they did to Bianca Belair. That was, I think, just crappy. Castles and Coasters in Phoenix, Arizona. I've never heard of that. Jay Ryland says, hey, Carpetbagger, did you hear about the iceberg collapse at the Titanic Museum? Yes, ironically enough, the iceberg fell over and apparently seriously injured a child. And I don't want to, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even say this, but I really feel like WWE has done this more than once. Building up a black champion and having a white wrestler appear out of nowhere and just end everything for him. Like, Kofi Kingston was one of the first black WWE champions. He had a great run, and then suddenly Brock Lesnar shows back up, beats him in 3 seconds. And now we have Bianca Belair, hugely popular, successful black woman champion, and then she gets to reign on top until Becky, a white superstar, comes back and beats her in 3 seconds. Makes her look like a joke. I don't like it. I mean, maybe maybe some of you disagree with me using that as like a talking about it in the racial context, but I don't think I think it's a bad look for WWE. Sorry if that was a spicy take. Brian Garatti, thank you for the super chat. Says, bring the hay baler back. I'm so disappointed. I wanted to ride the hay baler so bad. Because I probably couldn't film on it, but maybe I could film myself on it somehow. Denise Boldia says, I apply for disability. I've been routinely getting phone calls from people trying to get my social security number. Yeah, I get called by fake social security stuff all the time. F Nord, thank you for the super chat. Says, any particular haunted houses looking forward to the upcoming season? All love to support for the stream and the chat channel. Thank you. Yes, I got some ideas for Halloween. I got to sit down and figure it out. I've been invited to quite a few haunts this year. I feel very flattered. So many haunts have reached out to me. So I got to get back in contact with them and see who is willing to let me film. Ryan noodles. I don't see the race thing. I see that simply just they did Bianca Belair dirty. I mean, I think at the very, I don't understand. I mean, even if you wanted to have Becky beat her for the championship, just, have her have a match. Why to have a match instead of just having her like beat her in 3 seconds? Richard Smith's thoughts about Afghanistan. I don't feel like I'm educated enough about the subject to say. Those poor people in Afghanistan, I feel terrible for them. The people, I think we should get them out of there. I think any Afghani person who does not want to be ruled by the Taliban, I think we should give them refugee status. I don't care if that's thousands of people. I think, we made a promise to them, and I think we should keep it. Hopefully that wasn't too much. Hopefully I didn't go across the line there. Taylor Joel, how are you doing, buddy? He says, hey, man, hope you're doing well. John Densley of Salem opened up a new monster museum in Salem. It's in the Witch City Mall by the exit of Witch Mansion. It's John Densley. Taylor, remind me, is John Densley the owner of the Witch Mansion? Do I got that right? Susan Cox says, thank you. Congratulations on reaching 400,000 subscribers. Thank you. Yeah, it's always, you hit those big round numbers. It's always amazing. 400,000. I don't know if I ever thought I would get that. I don't think I'd ever thought that I'd get it. We'll see. If I make $500,000, I don't know how long that'll take. Getting out in life. Yeah, I don't feel like Afghanistan has a clear-cut solutions, but I just hope we can help those people. These are people that believed in democracy, believed in the same ideals that we believe in America, and then they're gonna, we should help them out. I'm sorry, Taylor Joel. So Don Densley is on the Witch's Mansion. Okay, that's awesome. John, he actually let me tour the Witch's Mansion last time I was in Salem, so maybe he would be open to letting me check out the Monster Museum. That sounds awesome. Thank you for notifying me, Taylor. Ryan says, you have to admit CM Punk coming back is just awesome. AEW hit a home run, but a grand slam. Wait till Daniel Bryan comes in. I've heard rumors that Bray Wyatt might be coming in. I think if Bray Wyatt comes in, I think I can just stop watching WWE and just watch AEW. Whiskey in the Jarro, thank you for the super chat. Says the last mustard you tasted at the Mustard Museum was very entertaining. Yeah, that was horrible. The ghost pepper mustard was awful. I like spicy. I think I like spicy food. I just like. I just don't like when the spice overwhelms everything. Where it's just so hot that you just can't. Yeah, I think AEW is better than WWE at this point. I have a lot of issues with AEW. I think their matches. I think there's needs to be more emphasis on storytelling. I think they do a better job than WWE, but I still think they could do. I think they should do. I'm just not that into like crazy matches. Just that are just like a bunch of crazy moves. I don't really get into that as much. I think moves are cool. I think crazy moves are cool. If you can do both, if you can do crazy moves and tell a good story, I think that's good. But I think a lot of the indie guys, like they had this guy. I don't want to talk too much about wrestling because I know some of you don't care. But there was a guy who came in and was what's his name? He's a good wrestler, but he wrestled John Moxley on he wrestled John Moxley on. I can't even remember the guy's name. He has no gimmick. He wrestled John Moxley on Dynamite, and he has no gimmick. He has no like established personality. He just showed up and he's a wrestler, and I'd like to see less of that. I mean, I don't want necessarily just slapping dumb gimmicks on people like WWE does. I think there's a happy medium where you can help people grow their characters more and rely more on character work and less on crazy moves. Tassel, thank you for the super chats. I have a whole grain mustard mixed with olive oil spread on salmon. Cooked in air fryer last night. Oil prevents mustard burning. That sounds positively delicious. And thank you for the super chat. Ryan, yeah, I actually, Eric Bischoff way of thinking. Yeah, I love that. And I think WCW had one of the best, had like a really good year. The creation of the NWO was amazing. The build-up with Sting was amazing. But when they finally did the match with Sting and Hogan, everything went downhill after that, I think. Have I ever thought of a meet and greet? I was thinking about a meet and greet. I actually had someone who reached out and had an idea of somewhere I could have a meet and greet in Pigeon Forge. But I don't feel really good about doing it right now. I think there's that spike in COVID. I think I should wait for the spike to go back down and get to a little better place. I just don't want to be responsible for people getting sick. Peyton Carter says, did you see that you were featured in a video from Food Theorist? Yes. And he was very, very kind because he told people to go to my my videos and leave a comment. So I've been getting comments from his viewers, and I'm very appreciative. Taylor Joel says, no worries, saw you were on. Figured to stop by and say hi. Drop me a text, and I'll send you the info about it. They allow pictures and videos. In October, it becomes a haunted house, too. Well, that's cool. I may possibly, theoretically, be in Salem in October. Ryan Video says, hey, Jacob, most Spirit Halloweens are currently now open. You should look on your computer to see the closest Halloween deal. No spoilers. Stay tuned. Very, very soon. Yeah, I could talk wrestling all night, guys. It's just I want to be. I don't want to alienate people. I know this isn't a wrestling channel. I'm live streaming.
Hello, live stream.
What's up?
The Walmart bag with the COVID test in it. You seen it?
I think it's in the laundry hamper in Meaner Mountain.
The laundry hamper. Okay.
Yeah. What are you doing with it?
I'm taking it.
Okay.
I hate it here. No, I'm kidding. No.
Did your mom say it's okay?
Yeah, she said it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Do they know I have COVID?
I hadn't said yet, but
Yeah.
I guess they know now.
Yeah. I have COVID, everyone.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that, but Anna is vaccinated. We're all vaccinated here at the house. She was exposed at school. The school called us. First, we weren't worried about it because she had the vaccine. Or like, no way she got it. She's young. But we all took COVID tests, and she had COVID. She had COVID. She said she wants to. She's coming. We have a home test. She wants to take that to see if she's not testing positive anymore. But she tested positive. Me and my wife did not. It's been very stressful. That's what I was mentioned at the beginning, that I didn't want to argue with anyone about COVID. That's why she was wearing a mask when she came in here. But she's feeling better. She had symptoms for about 24 hours. Because she's vaccinated. It was a very mild case, but we were really surprised. We were really all very surprised that she had a breakthrough infection, even though that we were all vaccinated. Yeah. So Taylor Joel says, help me find out where to park for free in Salem. Yeah, I would love that. Rachel Foster says, was it meant to be live stream when she walked in? I mean, I told her I was live streaming. She obviously didn't care. I wasn't gonna say that she had COVID because I didn't know if she wanted that information spread out publicly, but apparently she doesn't care. So she just announced that she had COVID. Please, guys, get the vaccine. The reason she got sick because other people in her school were not vaccinated. She was infected by someone who was unvaccinated. Yeah, I did warn her. We were streaming. She said, Father, and I said, live streaming, and do not hit me with any anti-vaccine talk in here. If that's what you believe, I respect your right to believe that. Just keep it to yourself, because I don't want to hear it. If my daughter had not taken the vaccine, she could be in the freaking hospital right now. So save your anti-vaccine bullshit for yourself. Thank you. Nick Evan Gates' wrestling live stream. I don't know, that might be fun. Do a wrestling only live stream where we can just talk about wrestling. Babe Cat says, get tea and honey ready for Halloween streams. I might really take a I might really need to think about my throat because I did the first haunted house with Morty, and I threw my voice out already. Brian says, "Do you remember that during those traumatic moments at Six Flags, if you were causing a scene?" I don't know. I think on the roller coaster, I think it got kind of drowned out. Um, but they did stop. They literally stopped the hay baler to let me off. So I must have been making a visible problem. Just seeing if I have an orange soda over here. Oh. Number one Marvel fan, thank you for the super chat. Just loved your family, buddy. Here's a few bucks to buy your daughter a gift. And pickle slushy. Hope she's 100% better. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's been a while. We did the pickle slushy taste test at Sonic. Yeah, we did. We did. In the early days of this channel, me and Anna would do food reviews and taste tests. What does the plaque on your wall behind you do? That's what a plaque I got for having 100,000 subscribers. Which that seems like, I think that was a long time ago now. Grady says, anti-vaxxers are filling my wife's hospital. She's exhausted, demoralized. Wish I could escort COVIDiots into the hospital myself and effing show them the fruits of their fanaticism. Yeah, I spoke with my mom. My mom she's a hospital, she works in quality control in a hospital. And she said of their COVID patients, about 95% of them are unvaccinated. And then the other 5% are breakthrough cases. So to me, that's all the information I need. That if I want to stay out of the hospital, you're going to want to have a vaccine. And again, I don't want to hear a rebuttal. If you believe differently than I do, okay, that's fine. We can be friends. You can enjoy these videos. We can chat in here, but I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any anti-vax stuff right now. Taylor's drop me a text. Yeah, I'll shoot you a message. I know for sure when I'm going to be there. Ryan says he's undecided but leaning towards getting the vaccine. I really think it's the best thing, Ryan. The vaccine, it's 99.9% effective against getting sick in the hospital. So I just think now, like if Anna hadn't had the vaccine, she could very well be in the hospital. She could be very sick. And that's one thing, the Delta variant apparently is affecting children more. And yes, the Pfizer vaccine is FDA approved. So if that changes anyone's feelings on it, that's great. No one last time I go to the Mothman Festival. Unfortunately, the Mothman Festival has been has been canceled. And do I have to say why it's been canceled? Juicy J says, "Hi Jake, I'm a big fan. If I got my first pair of Crocs. Oh, once you go Croc, you'll never go Bach." Just make sure when you're wearing Crocs, you don't want them sliding around. You don't want them scuffing up your feet. You have to wear socks. I tried wearing socks at first, Crocs with no socks, and they'd slide around. They'd make my feet raw in certain places. But then I put socks with the Crocs, and it was like peanut butter and chocolate. We got 427 people in the chat. That's actually quite a few. Only problem with going barefoot is they won't let you do it. Try going barefoot in an amusement park. It's not going to go over well. Okay, don't like talk about anti-vaxxers like they should be locked in prison. I don't believe that. I believe people have a right to make the decision for themselves. That's the thing about America. You have a right to be wrong. Dan of Planet Earth says, "Happy 400K day, Jake. I was thinking of doing a trailer voiceover for the Halloween season. What voice shall I do? Alfred Hitchcock, Ghost Host, or Vincent Price? Oh my gosh. Vincent Price and Ghost Host are kind of close, aren't they? But I love Vincent Price. Love Vincent Price. He was born with one of the most amazing voices. But I love the Ghost Host too. Is there a difference? Vincent Price isn't the Ghost Host, is he? Is he? I don't think he is. Paul Frees is the Ghost Host. Okay. I didn't think it was him. But it's there's similarities in the voice, I think. All caps Robs, I saw you went to Chuck E. Cheese recently. Come back to Tallahassee. They still have a Showbiz Pizza style 3-stage show with 7-foot-high mechs. Wow, is it working? Okay, yeah, this is okay. DV Designs Art says Vincent Price is the ghost host in Disneyland Paris. I knew there was a connection. Oh, I got yeah. I've never heard it. I'm gonna go. I gotta listen to that. What do you think? Daniel Planner says that the Vincent Price version is amazing. What do you think's better, the traditional ghost host or Vincent Price? So Tallahassee, Florida, has a showbiz style Chuck E. Cheese. It's the new character. I assume it's the. Well, yeah, obviously it's probably one of those where they the concept unification they call them. No Name says one of the last film roles for Vincent Price was Edward Scissorhands. I think that was his last role. I could be wrong. Edward Scissorhands is one of my favorite movies of all time. Rachel Foster, thank you for the super chat. Says love you, man. T from Cleveland says, how little clothing could you wear in a amusement park before being asked to leave? Some parks are really strict. Like they what was it? The Dorney Park was not letting people in because they were in their swimming suits, but they have a water park inside the park, so you have to wear clothes to walk. And it's like, and the entrance is like right, like you walk in and then cut a right and you're in the water park. So it's like right past the entrance. You do have to walk through like the very front of the park, but no, you have to wear clothes and then walk into the water park from there and then take your clothes off. I don't see the big deal with people wearing swimsuits. Some theme parks let people wear their swimsuits in the park. Cactus Registers. Fun fact: Vincent Price only took $1,000 for being a Thriller. I'm sure lesson learned of putting things in print for him. They didn't expect the popularity. I thought I heard that like there was a huge falling out, that Vincent Price was very resentful towards Michael Jackson for, I guess, for how he got paid. But that's crazy. How could they not know that like a Michael Jackson song was going to be popular? Like he was already pretty popular, I think. Daniel Platter says a song sent him into stratosphere. So, okay, so I guess Thriller was the song that made Michael Jackson. I guess he was already popular, but Thriller made him like the icon that he is. Big Man says, "What is your opinion on the Hammer horror movies?" I hate to admit it, but I've never seen any of the Hammer horror movies. I've seen a few episodes of the Joe Bob Briggs on Shudder. Susan Cox says, Cedar Point had a piece of top thrill dragster flapping into a lady from Michigan. She's still in intensive care. Yikes. Is it just me? Is it just me, or has there been a lot of amusement park injuries this year? A lot of mishaps. Madeline Cruz says, what do you think about concept unification? Listen, I appreciate animatronics. Fascinated. I think they're amazing. Love old school animatronics, but I'm really not a member of, the fandom, if that makes sense. So I don't really have strong opinions on the politics of singing pizza robots. Don Smitherman says, what do you think of Disney? I love Disney. Yeah, there was one at Adventureland. I did not mention it in my video. I actually went there like a week after it happened, Adventureland in Iowa. And I chose not to talk about it. Cactus Artists, I think so. Usually, amusement park accidents are fairly uncommon, especially serious ones. Maybe a combo of revenue loss and workforce issues. That's true. All the amusement parks are having staffing issues. All of them. Every last one of them. So I mean, it's possible. You hate to think that it's somebody's fault. When someone asks me a question and I answer it and then they ask the question again, it makes me feel like they aren't really watching the stream. Oh, was that an American Dad reference, John? I didn't get it. All right. T from Cleveland says, have you made fun of John lately for his love of garbage gas station pizza? I can't bash John for liking Hunt's Brothers pizza because I've never had it myself. Amy Co, thank you for the super chat. Says, appreciate you, Carpetbagger. Thank you. Joseph Kilpatrick says, there's serious lack of training in some parks. Yeah, I mean, most of the staff in theme parks are high schoolers. I mean, especially in the smaller parks. Do you see what Universal is doing for Halloween this year? I don't know. I heard they're having horror nights. Are they not? Okay, stop. Stop with the freaking vaccine COVID talk. We're done. We're done. We're done. Next person to talk about it will be blocked with no questions asked. Jack Vegetable says, Hunt's Brothers Pizza depends on what gas station you get at. Sometimes they're good fresh, sometimes stale and dry. They announced the themes. Let's see what the themes are. Maybe you can do a little reaction here. Let me see what themes for Halloween Horror Nights 2021. Let's look at Hollywood, see what they're doing in Hollywood. So a lot of people like Hunt's Pizza. John says, don't order by the slice, you order a fresh whole pizza. A whole pizza? Do they even have an oven? Let me see. Where's the mazes and more? See all. Okay. We have Netflix's Haunting of Hill House will have its own maze at Halloween Horror Nights. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's a classic. And then The Exorcist. Ooh, that's probably going to be really spooky because The Exorcist is terrifying. Yeah, looking forward to The Exorcist. Universal Monsters, Bride of Frankenstein Lives. I actually saw that. They had that at Florida last year in their not Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Isn't that one of the crappy Halloween movies? Curse of Pandora's Box. I think I've seen that one. That's kind of like a original concept. It doesn't use any IPs. The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead maze. I think that's their permanent maze. It sucks. And then Terror Tram. Okay. I don't think that they didn't have Terror Tram when I went. So I'm looking forward to that. The Ultimate Purge. So that sounds cool. That sounds pretty fun. Let's see if Florida's any different. They're doing the Netflix's Haunting of... Where's the mazes? Where's the list of the mazes? Okay. So, in Florida, they're going to have The Haunting of Hill House. And here's the interesting thing is that even sometimes they'll have the same themes in Florida and Hollywood. The mazes will be different because they have different teams working on them. They're going to have Beetlejuice. That sounds awesome. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's the same. Bride of Frankenstein Lives, that's the same. Halloween Horror Nights Icons Captured. Oh, that's cool. That's maybe they bring back some of the icons. I've never seen any of the icons because that was before I started going. And then we have, are these haunted houses or are these scare zones? Puppet Theater, Captive Audience, Wicked Growth, Realm of the Pumpkin. I think some of these are scare zones. Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. I think that's the one they had last year. I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Don't know which I'll get out to or if I'll be able to get out to both, but we'll see. After Hours Boo Bash at Disney. Yeah, the Boo Bash, is that new? Edward Turner says, have you ever been on a dark ride that broke down and had to walk out of the attraction? Yes. Rise of the Resistance at Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios. Ever lose anything on a ride? Yes. Whiskey in the jar. I lost my wallet. I lost my wallet on Blazing Fury at Dollywood. And they're actually really cool. I think they mailed it back to me. They were really nice. Dollywood Lost and Found was really nice. Joseph's Boo Bash is kind of lame. Boo Bash is an after-hours event with Halloween decor. You get free snacks and soft drinks. There's no parade. Hammy says, "Hey Baylor, was just before Buccaneer Battle, where the hometown kitty section is today." That's what a lot of people said it was in the Buccaneer Bay area, and apparently I whiffed on the. I was certain that was the Batman stunt show area. It looked exactly the same from the pictures I pulled up, but a lot of people told me I was wrong, so I'm gonna have to just admit that I was wrong on that. Jordan Justice says a new place in Lenore, North Carolina called Dead People's Stuff. I hope when I die, people don't take my stuff. Yes, what everyone's saying. The Battle of Metropolis, Justice League ride is where Batman Stunt Show was. Which the I mean, they must have used the same scaffolding for the Batman Stunt Show. And the Batman Stunt Show, the arena is still there at Six Flags Over Georgia. They use it as a haunted house. Christopher Lucas, how are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Casey says, did I get to visit prehistoric forest of Irish Hills before it closed? No. I went by there after it was closed. You couldn't see much. Justin Hufflepunk says, haunted happenings. Salem, Massachusetts is always worth the trip. Just stay away from Witch Dungeon Museum. I liked the Witch's Dungeon. Kermit DeFrago, thank you for the super chats. Nice sideburns. Thank you. Don't mean to be silent. I was just reading the comments. Oh, Klondike. Yes, I got your package tonight. I went to the post office earlier, so thank you very much. Got the keychains. DV Designs Art says, I just saw a wrestling show in the abandoned Batman Arena at Six Flags Adventure. Are they doing wrestling there now? My friend Shane Wharton, he used to do a monster-themed wrestling show there in the Batman Stunt Show Arena. Where are the cats? Cats are not allowed in the bunker. It's it gets difficult because they crawl up into the ceiling, they get in my face while I'm trying to live stream. Fox YT says that they thought they saw me somewhere, and most likely you did. Dennis Ball says, do you see the worst dark ride in the world? Yeah, what was that? Let's I don't think I've been on it, but I've been on similar dark rides. Worst dark ride in the world. Oh. This is a reaction video. We're going to react to JP videos. Could this be the worst dark ride ever? Watch and decide for yourself. I'll watch and I'll decide for myself if this has been Terminus. So it's like a Walking Dead. It's got a little loop there. It's got a little dip. Not a loop, but like a dip. So it can't be the worst, because at least it has a drop. That's the entire ride? Well, that's pretty bad. Is there something? There's nothing inside? Are they going to show it? So we got a picture of a zombie lady. Okay, I'll just do this like I'm on the ride. Okay, so going in, gonna turn in here and up the hill. I think we got a little drop coming up. Coming up the drop. Are we? Oh, okay, the drop's not here. We're gonna go forward around this corner here. I don't really see any ghosts or goblins or super spooky skeletons. So I don't know if we can get to that part here in a little bit. But okay, here comes the drop. Woo-hoo! Okay, that was kind of cool. Oh, I think I just saw a little light. We're going around. Okay, got some curves. There's some really tight curves here. It's like an old pretzel dark ride, but there's not a lot of theming in here. I noticed there's no ghosts or zombies in here. There's a lot of zombies on the outside of the ride, but I'm not seeing a lot in here. Maybe so I'm seeing the sunlight is okay. So I guess oh, okay. They said that they used to operate as the mouse trap. So really, I'm going to make an argument here. That's not a dark ride. It's not a dark ride. That is an indoor roller coaster. And I don't think it's meant to be a dark ride with theming in it. I've been in a pretty. I'm trying to think. I think I've been in one that's almost as bad as that. I think, let's look up this video. We'll look at one of my old videos. Go check out, by the way, go click on that video. Go give that video some love. Go watch it yourself. I showed it on here, but I want them to be able to get views from that as well. So let's look up. I think I went the Kentucky State Fair is, I think, where I rode a poor dark ride. We're gonna try this. Kentucky State Fair Carpetbagger. How did they do that? It's gonna be different from oh no, an ad.
You need to direct.
Hey you all. Looks like the file that contained my original intro was corrupted. So today I went to the I had to do a stand-in intro there because the file was messed up. Okay, so here's.
I'm gonna give this a try. Look at this dark ride here. Old school carnival. Dark ride haunted house. It's called the Fear Factory. It's covered in all sorts of famous monsters, clowns, and whatnot. All right, let's go for a ride. It's a wide range. Of
I like the Wicked Witch next to Pinhead.
Right next to each other. Always a little nervous at this point. You do not know how much terror is contained within. Seems to be moving very slowly.
It's got a cool exterior. Okay, I'm on it.
Freddy Krueger's terrifying maw.
Bursting in through the Freddy Krueger door.
What's gonna go on in here?
Okay, there's theming in here. I was wrong.
In the corner is that Davy Jones.
They have a Davy Jones mask
Is he gonna do something?
hanging over a garbage can.
But good. No jump scares. Uh-oh.
Brer Rabbit's rap party.
Like beast. Is he gonna jump at me?
Okay, there's like a werewolf costume hanging there.
Ride so far. All right, we're going outside for a little break from the terror. Good. Pennywise, I see you.
So there's been a Davy Jones mask and a dirty old werewolf costume. So oh, there was some compressed air. I think this ride is better.
What's that? What even is that? It's like a giant rat.
Okay, yeah, they got some. I don't want to crap on this too bad. Not top tier by any means.
Something right here. Oh, good. All right.
Dan Hunters in Ocean City was worse.
Here we go.
Morbid Manor in Ocean City is not good, but I mean, at least it's fast.
That was intense.
Oh, look, I wasn't even scared by that compressed air.
Why is everything all white? Oh, there we go. All right, I don't think I've had my full fill of terror for the evening.
Oh, here's they had a walkthrough.
Attention now.
They have a walkthrough haunt as well here at the Kentucky State Fair.
Let's see. This is called Kelly's Rooming House, established 1871. Let's check it out. All right. Uh-oh. Got Jack there. Does Fleur do something? Wiggles a little bit.
The floor wiggles a little bit. Okay.
Some spooky music.
There's spooky music. The floor wiggled a little.
On the floor here. He's gonna set me some compressed air.
Yeah, Creed, the artwork on the outside is so fun.
It's not.
I guess I don't put any effort on the inside because you've already paid. There was a horn,
Train horn?
so
Really?
the floor was weird. think I'm using my flashlight. So this is one of like the old haunted houses where like the ground like moves a little bit.
That's a guy cutting another guy in half with a chainsaw.
Yeah, I love the mural. I love the murals.
They have such spooky murals.
Christian Carlben, thank you so much for the super chat. Absolutely love your videos. Hope Anna feels better soon.
Alright, is this? Oh, there's a moving skeleton in there.
Okay, there's a skeleton. Dennis Ball mentions
Oh, good.
outside is the thumbnail. Once you click, you can't get away.
Well, except for this guy.
Oh, there's this guy. Is he going to move or shake or scare or something? He honks. Okay. Oh, when you step on that pad, he honks. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, I think I've been on another bad dark ride. Give me a second. I think I'm going to find this. I think it might have been at the North Carolina State Fair.
Honey here. I'm worried that bears might show up in a mass rampage. No, not the bees.
Have I not filmed at North Carolina State Fair? Been to the Mountain State Fair a few times. Huh. Dang, have I not recorded the North Carolina State Fair? I feel bad. I got some catching up to do. I got to get back to the North Carolina. Oh, here we go.
You're very special, kid. I've been quested to take you back to the...
I think I used to do stuff like this, where I'd break it up into like smaller videos. This was uploaded on my birthday 6 years ago. Oh, you were so young back then. Yeah, the Ghost Rickshaw ride was awesome.
Hey, you all. Carpetbagger.
It's my friend Danny.
To you live from the South, more specifically, the North Carolina State Fair. Not a World's Fair, not a county fair, but the State Fair, the great state of North Carolina. We have all these wonderful, disgusting foods.
Videos are so short.
Places that unabashedly sell fried dough. Me and my shrimp-eating buddy Danny are here to find the most disgusting
Me and Danny used to
possible thing
eat
we can get
things
our
together.
hands on and consume it.
So this is just going to show the food. Okay. I need to change the name of this video to North Carolina State Fair. Don't know why I didn't put that. Weird randomness at the State Fair. Was there a 10-minute limit these days?
Carpetbagger here.
Um,
You live from the South.
there's a haunted house behind you. Go ride that.
The incredibly
Tell me not.
loud and noisy
I'm not going to skip that, am I?
State Fair here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Dude, go back to the haunted house. It's right there.
To ride rides, to eat food.
Did I really not ride it?
We are here
Did I really not ride that?
the freak
Yeah, I know the freak show's awesome, dude. But there's a dark ride right behind you. Okay, this is 20... Yeah, did I not ride dark rides back then? This is disturbing. Rhino, yes, you're correct. Danny got ghost pepper ice cream.
there's the top.
I am I don't know why I didn't. You guys saw that. There was like a cool looking dark ride. Honestly, guys, I was probably too scared to get on it. I feel like I'm like really disappointed in myself. I'm going to the end of this video to see if I actually really skipped.
Smana is like very outgoing, compassionate.
I skipped it. I didn't ride it.
Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south.
Is that? I'm trying to see if that's like a. Yeah, it's got wheels. That's a dark ride, and I just didn't go on it. Wow, who am I? I don't even know. Never been so disappointed in myself. I don't even know what to say. And I'm not joking. I'm really upset. Melissa Tompkins, how do you feel about WWE letting Bray Wyatt go? Pretty much was thank you for the super chat. Pretty much the nail in the coffin. I pretty much stopped watching. I don't think I've watched WWE since then. I don't really have an interest in it. I have to go back. This was 6 years ago. This dark ride may not even exist anymore. Wow. The Christmas pass. Come on, guys. This is like embarrassing. Tim Toolman Taylor says, would you consider Tweetsy Ribble's Mouse Mine as a dark ride? Yes, I would consider that a dark ride. It's got enough moving elements. It's got more elements than the other one I just showed. The Beach Bend video? Oh, I like the Beach Bend dark ride. Roadside Trail Details says, I'm really sad about the fate of Conneaut Lake and Devil's Den. As far as I know, they're still open. Fox YT says, can you please upload Santa's Village, New Hampshire tomorrow? It would make my day. No, I have a schedule, an upload schedule that I adhere to. I don't take requests. What happened to the bunker ceiling and Joe Dirt? Water leak? Nothing happened. There's no water leak in here. Am I missing something? Me and Adam did a bad dark ride. We went to a haunted house. I don't know if we've been on. I've been on Disney dark rides. You want to watch it? Okay, I have a request. Dennis Ball wants to watch Beach Bend Amusement Park. God, I can't believe I didn't write it. Andy Grace, thank you for the super chat. Hoping to go to Graceland soon. Pros or cons? I think you were super chat. Graceland's really expensive. I don't really want to talk about how expensive attractions are. I thought it was a little pricey. I think if you're a big Elvis fan, I think it'll probably be worth it though. Let's see. Carpetbagger. Beach Bend. See, I almost feel like I've been. I feel like there's a bad Carnival dark ride out there somewhere. Christopher wants to watch the NASCAR museum. That's a little long.
Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Here on the Carpetbagger channel.
I drove
for new
like
theme parks we've not yet visited. Small.
4 hours to get here and there and back. All right, let's. Okay, I think I start right off with the bat with the dark ride. See, the reason I'm never going to do McCamey Manor is because they don't let you film.
Hillbilly themed shooting gallery. It does appear to be currently out of order, sadly. We don't get a chance to shoot at these hillbillies. That guy up there is drinking some moonshine. The guy hanging down right there. There's some sort of like super futuristic moonshine machine right there. A sad little farmer. And of course the guy hiding in the outhouse over there. And here is their classic dark ride, super spooky haunted house.
Now, see, this one's not as.
Check out this guy right here. Seems like
It has some murals outside.
this over here. We got this. this guy here being electrocuted, or if he's being electrocuted, he's made a few random motions. Oh, there he goes.
Look at that. That's funny.
Looking around.
How meager the movements of.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes. He's going crazy.
No, that was gruesome. In this mural here, we have some classic monsters. There's Freddy Krueger. Not sure who this is. And I think who's this? This guy's eating a rat. That's pretty graphic. So right vehicle right there. Got the skull and crossbones.
What's this called? Haunted House, the name of it, at Beach Bend.
All right, there they go. Through the doors.
Oh, Creative doesn't like this art. He liked the carnival art better.
Okay, sounds good.
Damn banner ads.
No. Oh. There's a portrait there. Oh, lit up.
Light up portrait.
Whoa.
There we go. See, that's pretty cool. You saw, yeah, those animatronics. Some good animatronics in here. Some high quality animatronics.
Oh. Bucket full of skeletons. That guy's pretty scary.
I've seen bigger, fancier looking dark rides than this that had worse animatronics.
Ah, that's so close. Oh. Oh, it's so close. What's happening? Oh. What's going on?
Stifle Voices was my favorite video with Anna. I think the Bean Museum is classic.
There's like, whoa, bodies and plastic going down a hallway. Oh my god. Oh, it's kind of scary. Whoa, these monsters, giant bad.
Creative says, peculiar, the art outside is worse, but the interior is better. Weird reversal.
Too quiet. Too quiet. Oh!
See, the one thing this dark ride lacks is like
Oh my god.
theming in between scenes. It's just a bunch of animatronics, but you know, for what it is, I think it's pretty good.
Okay, that was actually pretty scary. Unique.
So yeah, Creatives asked about why is this particular haunted house? Why is the art outside worse, but the interior is more work? And I think the reason is this is a permanent one. This is an amusement park, so I don't think they have the option to skip the inside, because you know people ride it once and they realize it's crap and they don't ever go in it again. But you know, and the same way, you don't have to like trick people into riding this one. The people have already paid. People are already in the amusement park. So I think that kind of explains why there's difference in the quality to that of a Fox. I'm sorry. I know you want to see the video. You're gonna have to be patient and wait. Let me see. Let me see about Carpetbagger Dark Ride. Let's see. I think like this right here, Trimper's Haunted House. That's one of the things that one of the rides that really made me fall in love with dark rides, like this style of dark rides. Sally Corporation. Oh look, it's suggesting other people's rides. Noah's Ark Funhouse is good. I'm not bad on Devil's Den. Daniel's fan of the Empty Dark Ride. Yo, we were just watching that. I watched someone else's video of the Empty Dark Ride. Okay, here's a good one. This one's kind of funny. Super Scary Carnival Haunted House, The Walking Dead. It's literally called The Walking Dead. This was at a street festival in Creaty says it's even empty of darkness. That's true. Like, it would probably be better if it was just dark. If it just if you couldn't see. Now make sure you have your intro on a 3.5-minute video.
Hey all,
Oh,
Carpetbagger here,
did you guys see that? Okay.
live from a massive crater on the Earth's surface. Also,
I want you to watch that again. This is an aspect of my videos I dropped. My old videos, I used to have the big
hey all,
star wipe.
Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from a massive
Oh, I forgot I even used the star wipe.
on the Earth's surface, also known as Middlesboro, Kentucky, and they're having their fall festival.
Middlesboro, Kentucky Fall Festival.
They're having a carnival here on their main strip of road. Maybe I should ride something. Let's see what they got.
All right, I left a pretty large clip of music in there.
Throwing balls at these floating discs, but for some reason the
There's
entire
rabbits.
bottom
Do you guys remember when you could win rabbits?
covered in rabbits.
Remember when you could win rabbits at yes, Daniel, I did get the star wipe obsession from Homer Simpson.
My favorite thing about carnivals is that they kind of fall in this copyright black hole where they can be as blatant as
Come on, we don't got 3 minutes. Oh, here's one of those rat drop rides. They put a mouse in the middle. I think that's actually a gerbil, but they see where he runs in. You bet on where the mouse is going to run. It's the tilt-a-whirl.
All right, I only got enough tickets for what is Halloween time.
Okay, you can see this one's really tiny. It's called The Walking Dead. Alright, going in. Old handy cam. Is it the handy cam? Old handy cam. Great filming, by the way. Look at the. It made like a cougar noise. It's like a mask in a aquarium. Honestly, I let these kids go ahead of me because I was scared.
Trigger all the scares.
Okay, I even admitted it there. Wait, what just happened? Gosh darn it. Okay, there's a little compressed air blast.
There's some sort of
So there's about 3 scares.
That's super creepy. Best $3 I ever spent.
Best $3 I ever spent. Dennis Paul says, "Are you filming in the spotlight?" Yes, I have my the light of my camera on. Fox YT says, "Sorry, dude, but can I tell you something? I saw you talking to yourself on a roller coaster." Yeah, that sounds like something I'd do. Spooked says, "Hi, Jacob. Got my first spirit props. When are you going?" I may have already been, but no spoilers. It should be out in a few days. I should have a spirit video ready to roll. You know, it's funny. Like, people accuse me of pretending I'm scared, and like, I wish I was pretending. Like, and I tell people, I don't. It's not like I think monsters are real. It's not like I think I'm going to be actually murdered in the haunted house, or that a zombie will eat my face, or a ghost will chop my head off. It's about anxiety. It's about startles. It's about being jump scared. You know, really. It's just about being startled is a lot of it when it comes to anxiety with haunted houses, I think. This video that I'm about to show you, since we're doing Carpetbagger Dark Ride Night, a Coney Island Spook-orama.
Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north, more specifically New York City, and even more specifically than that,
I have my DSLR here. You can see that big wide angle. I like that wide angle. I missed that a little bit.
Through time, and we are going to have a good time here. So follow me.
Yeah, my screen is pretty messy there, Dennis. Oh no, I accidentally skipped something by wiping my screen off.
Hey you all,
Oh, we're back.
Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north.
Let's get to the Spook-orama. This was one of the first. This is actually a shooting gallery. That's really cool.
Great thing about
Ow! Who would put an ad right there?
big enough to help in so many ways.
Beware the ravages of age.
Small making feel. Looks absolutely amazing.
This is one of the first, like, small, scary dark rides. Gosh darn it. Lights. Okay, I can turn the light off while we're watching this. Maybe let it be spooky. Although now my internet's not working. Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, should I bring back the star wipe?
What we got here? The big, scary gorilla. Right here. It says this is Dante's gorilla. We got here sort of creepy pirate and an organist. I need to ride this. Spook-orama.
I don't know why the quality is so bad all of a sudden.
Some pure horror. Spook-orama.
I like the guys have to manually move the carts.
Balls popped out 'cause he was so scared. All right, we're braving the Spook-orama.
See,
It's gonna be intense.
I seem.
Poison ivy.
I see. I'm being a smart aleck. I'm making fun of the poison ivy.
Check out this guy.
Make the Star Way upside down for spooky videos. So, okay, look at this goofy murals. And then this happens.
This is too much. Ah, skeleton!
It's 100% pure terror.
What is that? That's too close. Too close. Get away from me. It's huge. No. Ow, air. Let me out. Oh, God. That's pretty scary. Oh, no. Goodness. More air in my face. Skeleton.
That is a lot of skeletons.
Skeleton. I hate
It's too many skeletons.
Oh, God. Oh, God. No. No. Now what? Blood. No, not chainsaws. Chainsaws. No. God, I hate this. Please don't. They get too close. They're too close. Let me out. Oh, this is pretty bad. Loudness. Out of my face. Out of my face.
I am losing my mind in this.
I didn't think this would be scary.
Now, if you watch my wrestling intros, this is the same screaming.
No. The Grim Reaper. Don't kill me.
In all fairness, that's a pretty scary dark ride.
That was
Oh, all right.
really good. I mean, like for a purely animatronic dark ride, I don't think I've ever seen anything that good. It really scared me. Now we're gonna shoot some of these stupid ghosts. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Apparently they have two spooky shooting galleries as well. No, you can actually tell, like, I actually scream less now because I'm less scared. I feel like the screams aren't as intense as they used to be. Melissa said, heading to Delaware in October. My favorite thing in Delaware would be the Rehoboth Beach Funland. I'm living joyfully. Asked if there's any attraction I would never visit again. I can't think of any that are like on my do not return list, or I'm on their do not return list. Late to the Fall says, what a great way to take out your revenge on the ghost. Put a ghost shooting gallery next to the ghost. I think that's a good way. Have I ever been banned? I don't think I'm banned from anywhere. I don't think I'm on any banned lists. So, yeah, creating that Spookorama video, Creaties used that screaming to make the wrestling intro, which next to the Halloween intro, the wrestling intro is my favorite. Trisha Foreman says, go back to Babyland. When's the last time I've been to Babyland? Is it time to go back to Babyland? Still can't believe I didn't go on that dark ride. Why was Adam banned from Disney World? I think it was for some of the behind the scenes videos that he shot, but clearly they worked that out. I'm not planning on going to Dragon Con, no. I was really wavering on it. I didn't know where to stay. I didn't. And then I know they're requiring masks on the floor at Dragon Con, and normally I don't mind wearing the mask, but Dragon Con is, there's a lot of body heat. It's very muggy, and I don't. That would seems like it seems intense. Dragon Con with a mask. Of course, a lot of people wear a mask to Dragon Con anyways, but I don't know. That seems rough, just for me personally. Leonard Tremble says this could be a new concept for video releases, compilation, review, comparison. You know, when I try to do compilation videos, they don't get a lot of views. They're really not very popular for whatever reason. Frankie knows. I thought you were banned from Canada. I was never banned from Canada. I was just I just got a little detained. And Bobby Riley says, what happened to Beard? I don't think anything happened to him. Do I have any atomic or space age items in your collection? I don't think so. Red Roo, the Roof D Red says, at our Italian festival here in Delaware, had this ride called Ghost Town. I was terrified of it. One year I planned on not being a wussy and going on it. The exact year they got rid of it. That's one reason you got to do stuff while it's still around. Nothing lasts forever. Amy Co. stopped by Border Patrol, no problem, on the way back, remember? Yeah, I had... Basically, I got stopped going into Canada. Dennis Ball, no, I don't have any items from Real Dark Ride. I'd love something like that, but I don't have it. So I went into Canada. They told me to pull aside for an extra check. I don't know why. Probably, I'm guessing, because I was a single guy by myself entering the country. That's probably a red flag. I don't know, maybe not. But, you know, I didn't have a family. They're probably more likely to let a family go through, but just one guy alone, I guess that may just be enough to give it a double check. So they checked my car. They found a flashlight with a taser attachment on the front. Really mild taser. Let me just tell you, I zapped myself with this taser before. It's Creaties is still here. I don't know if he remembers this, but the same taser. I was probably good that I got this taser, took it away, because I tased myself so many times with it. I threw my backpack on Creaties' dining room table, and the taser started going off inside the bag. It was like, and like I had like my computer camera gear in there. I was like, oh! And I'm like trying to like trying to find the. I think the taser's going off, and I'm like reaching in the bag, trying to find it. Canada was right. Canada was right for taking my taser away. I was very irresponsible. I just remembered that. I forgot until just now. Jeff was like freaked out too. Oh, oh. Sounded like a freaking power transformer was exploding. Oh man. Like, as I said, I've tased myself with that on accident before. It is like like I feel like if I bashed someone in the head with the taser, it probably would have hurt more than actually tasing them. But Canadians don't tolerate that sort of offbeat shenanigans. Yes, Jeff, I was a menace to society. Oh. Don Smith, stay tuned. If it was a poutine dispenser, it'd be fine. Jay Rams, you're lucky your electronics. I'm actually really lucky my electronics didn't get fried. I had my laptop and my camera in the bag. Am I going to do TikTok? Creedy says we need to do a stream together, just reminiscing of crazy. Oh man. Is that a Ringling Brothers felt pennant in the back? Yes. That one up there was given to me by John and Heather from Exploration Unknown. Did I like it at Six Flags? Which Six Flags are we talking about? You have to be more specific. Oh, I guess you're probably talking about the most recent video where I was at Six Flags. Yeah, that Six Flags has a lot of memories for me, and I'm not bitter. Like that's all fun. Like to me, just reflecting. You know, my family does this yearly trip to the theme park, and I was the one that like hated it. I like didn't want to go. I was scared to go in previous years, like years after the hay baler incident, and never wanted to go. So it's like really ironic that like now it's my job. Well, it's my job to go to amusement parks. What the heck? How did that happen? Don Smith says, where do you visit in the wintertime when amusement parks are closed? I do roadside attractions or go to parts of the country where things are still open. Florida. I spent a lot of winters in Florida filming. Museums, you know, just try to, you know, there's just, don't get to do, you know, the amusement park season is like Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's when I do most of the amusement parks. Freddie Knows says, do you agree that small hometown amusement parks have a certain charm that big parks don't have? I agree completely. Dennis Ball says, when you showed the railings you cried on, it really impacted my son. Faye Bay says, hello, you may not see this, but I was Carrie at CreepyCon. Happy to see you streaming. Hey, Carrie. They're all going to laugh at you. And she had a great Carrie costume. Where's Morty? I don't know. I haven't talked to Morty in a few days. Morty called me a few days ago. I forgot what it was. Morty always calls me out on stuff in the videos. When I put maybe when I hide a little snarkiness in my videos, Morty always calls me to let me know that he got it. Lizzie W says, what's the story behind the mannequin? It looks like it went through a divorce, lost 3 kids, now a part of AA. That's Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt, the current Carpetbagger world champion. Where did I go for my honeymoon? Went to Atlanta, Georgia. J Ram. So when I started you, I thought you and Morty had real beef. I'm sorry, I need an orange soda. Now, even though people may not watch it, I think one day I may put out a video just talking about my experience with wrestling. See, some people that aren't familiar with exactly how wrestling works, had the idea that me and Morty were embroiled in there was some real beef there. But, and I didn't want to discourage it, because that's fun. When people thought of wrestling was authentic, wrestling was way more fun. Way more fun. Unfortunately, now the cat's kind of out of the bag. People know how wrestling works, but I wanted to keep up some of that magic. If people thought it was real, people thought it was 100% genuine, I was going to let them think that, because it was so much fun. And let's take a little walk here. Come with me. Let's take a walk. This night here, Saturday, May 11th, this was one of the best nights of my life. This was an absolute childhood dream that I had the privilege of being able to live out in real life. I got to wrestle on the same card as Jerry Lawler. Plus, these are all these other guys. These are super talented guys. Angus Barnett, Eric Draven. Eric Draven, probably probably the best wrestler that I've met that's never been on TV. Roger Malcolm, awesome wrestler. Creaty's actually made this. I'd like to point that out. He created it. Van Mardigan, really talented, nice guy. Nick Noble, The Gift, Jason Kincaid actually did some work in Japan and ROH. But yeah, this was one of the pinnacles of my life, with only a few small exceptions. One of the best nights of my life. Meyer Tent, thank you for the super chat and the little fox there. I'm living joyfully, says everyone else. I'm thirsty, Jacob. I specifically need an orange soda. Yeah, I have that thirst. That thirst for orange soda that can only be quenched by binaural toy. Spooked asked if I picked out a prop for the bunker. Let me tell you the dilemma. You'll have to wait and watch the Spirit Halloween video. It's coming up. But what I wanted, there is a animatronic. No, don't look in the garbage. There's an animatronic at Spirit called the Hauntress. And what it does is it like jumps out from behind something. It's like, hoo-ha! It does that jump scare like this. Hoo-ha! I wanted to put one right here that it would pop out right here. Unfortunately, and I was ready to purchase it. And then I realized it pops out the other direction. I don't know if maybe it can be adjusted. It's possible that the Hauntress can be adjusted, but the one on display popped out the other direction because it goes to this side. So I don't know. Maybe just turn the head around. I don't know. But it can be adjusted. Okay. I may go back. Spooked. Oh. Because I thought that would be perfect to have that jump out right there. I may go get it. Make the poster into a t-shirt. I don't know. I think it would be a good t-shirt. It's just I think it's got too much solid color in it. The spreadshirt is very. It could be better. It could be better quality. The way it prints, it kind of prints kind of like it peels a little bit, you know. So, if I could get like maybe something that that could be printed in a better way. You just have to turn the pole around a little. Okay. So I could get it spooked. So I could get it where it could pop out from right there. Is that accurate? Dan on Planet Earth says one of my first DVDs was Beyond the Mat. Presume you've seen it. Love the Mick Foley tonight. I love the Mick Foley thing when I saw it. Creative says it's digital process color, not full silkscreen art. It gives you unlimited color and is affordable in short run, but it tends to be puny. I don't know. You're getting a little technical. Dennis Balls is like your y'all pennant. Where is my y'all pennant? Oh yeah, it's over there. That pennant was $20. I brought it up to the front of the store. I got that from the store with the cocaine bear, Kentucky for Kentucky. And I brought it up to the cash register and they rang it up. It was $20. I was like, go carry. I paid for it anyways. I just assumed it wouldn't be $20, but it was. Always check the price tags. Michael Charlie wants to know when I was in Wisconsin Dells. It was a couple weeks ago. It was, gosh, it was in the middle of July. Yeah, that was my big July road trip. Days of Jordan the Lion says, have you had enough Wizard of Oz for a while? I've actually got another Wizard of Oz event coming up in about 2 weeks, I think. Happy birthday, Spooked. Ready for History says, which is the best tourist place, Wisconsin Dells or Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge? Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge is much larger. It's probably has the most tourist stuff because it's so big. Pumpkin the Clown, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, amazing meeting you. CreepyCon video dropping. Okay, there's been a few references to CreepyCon. People coming in here that met me at CreepyCon. The video's coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I really do drink a lot of orange soda. Roof, I've not heard of Monster Mania in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I try to stay out of Jersey because of the traffic. And they're super expensive tolls. Zach Whitney, so you're going to Autumn. That's the plan. I'm just kidding. I know I have a lot of great viewers from New Jersey. I just have a personal dislike, not of the state of New Jersey, but of the roads. I do not like not being able to turn left. I do not like not being able to pump my own gas. I do not like getting giant toll bills in the mail because I didn't know which lane to go in. See, like most states now, just they send you a bill in the mail. But New Jersey sent me like a bill with a big penalty on it for not going through the right lane, I think. I don't know. Seaman Sue says, what's the U-turn pipe in the ceiling? That really bothers some people. I don't know. I don't know why it's there. Seth Crawford says, hey, Carpetbagger, my two good buddies, Adam and Eric, just celebrated their birthday the other day. Can you please wish them a happy birthday? Thanks. Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. And then give a big happy birthday to Adam and Eric. P-trap, you likely have a shower above it? What's a P-trap? Is that the... Let me think. Let me think about the geography of my house. So you go up the stairs. I don't know. I don't think. Maybe there's a shower above it. Hello? Hopefully I didn't worry Annabelle. Sorry. Oh, while we're in here, let's check out the map. Look at all the places I've been. What am I missing now, guys? What am I missing now? Where have I not been? Some of the drier areas right here. This Kansas, Nebraska area. North Dakota. There's not that many attractions in North Dakota or Montana. So I don't know. And then Oregon and Northern California. This is a big gap right here. Because there's lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff right there that I've not been to. You're missing Hawaii and Alaska. Yes, Toss. Well, I know. Thank you for the super chat. But look at this. They made them so far away. I'm going to show you guys how far away this is. You guys may not believe me, but let's go to the globe here. Might have to take this globe down. Yeah, I don't know if you guys believe me, but just look at this. Here is the United States of America. The 48 continental United States. Sorry. Continental United States. Look at, they put Alaska all the way there. I don't know. Could I maybe go up to Seattle and like cut into Alaska there? How far of a drive is it from here to this raggedy part of Alaska? If I went to Alaska, what part of Alaska should I go to? J. Ram says, let Canada have Alaska. See, that's why I'm waiting. I don't even know if Alaska's still going to be a state in a few years. You know, Canada might take it over. So I don't know. What's a good place to go in Alaska? James says the roads are in poor condition to get you to Juneau. Yeah, like from Vancouver to like Juneau. So I don't even know where Hawaii is. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look how far that is. There's like a big ocean right there. Go to Anchorage, says Jessica Ward. I don't know. And why does everyone call it the lower 48 when Hawaii is clearly lower than the rest of the continental United States? Babe Cat says, why are you thinking Alaska is useless? There's gas, oil, and all this lot of fish. I don't think Alaska's useless. Yeah, the fish are still doing good. Just got them actually a new filter. We got Buster the busted bear. We got Bitey the possum. And Nibbles, Texas Ranger there. Alaska cruise. Maybe that's the one thing that could actually get me to take a cruise. How many dark rides do they think they have in Hawaii? From what I know, nothing. I don't know that they have a lot of attractions. I don't think they have a lot of attractions in either Alaska or Hawaii. Oh, my eye is acting up now. Man, I look rough. I need to trim these mutton chops. My hair's turning gray. Spook says, "Are you still getting Shorty from Spirit Halloween?" What's Shorty? Who's Shorty? Let's go to the Spirit Halloween website and see what they have online. Let's see. Let's look at the animatronics. So, dang it. Advertisements. Tell me, you guys, if you see anything that I should add. The first one? Oh, it's Shorty, the from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Said there was a video. Alice Guagnaski says, look for the 10-floor dark ride if it exists. They actually have a dark ride for sale on eBay, but it's a couple $1,000. Oh, look at, there he goes. Come on, play. Play, you piece of turd. Yeah, I'd love to design my own dark ride. Here's some what they have. Where's the Hauntress? That was one I was looking at. Here. So let me just show you guys. So it's simple. It just jumps out to the side and scares you. But my issue was I wanted it to lean the other way. I wanted it to do the action in a different direction. And Mr. Spooked was saying you can do. Tina DeMattia says, check out Kaneat Lake Park in Kaneat, Pennsylvania. Does not look good for the future of the park. Yeah, I've heard some things that the future looks a little bleak. I do want to ride the Devil's Den. It was not open when I was in that area. Oh, the other one was he talking about Mr. Dark? Let's see. Which one is Mr. Dark? Okay, here we have Mr. Dark. Oh, so he like jumps up, he like super high, jumps in the air. That's pretty cool. How high it goes up. See, it looks like they got some cool stuff. I know a lot of people. There's videos online where people buy these animatronics and then they modify them. They like customize them. So they like just use the base and then they modify them. Oh, look at that! They have a Krampus. 16-inch, two-headed sewer rat. I have the Demigorgon. Wow, Demigorgon's $1,300. Oh, and it's not even a animatronic; it's static. It's a life-size replica of the Ghostbusters, the Terror Dog. So yeah, got some fun stuff. This is a ghost face prop, just like the Huntress. Yeah, spook season has begun. It's August. What is it? August 24th. Maybe a little early, but you know, we have fun here. Dana Planet Earth. Oh, you pop up Walt Disney head. It's amazing. How many tattoos do I have? Now, I was wondering how you count tattoos. I have one on my arm, then I have a larger piece here. I don't know if this counts. Does this count as multiple tattoos? I think this just counts as one. It's getting a little late. It's almost 11:30. Dry my laundry, I think. Whiskey in the Jar says it's the beginning of a sleeve. I don't know. Should I go for a whole sleeve maybe someday? Oh, Susan Cox, you're right. We haven't meditated yet. So, let's do this thing. All right, is everyone sitting down? Is everyone sitting in a chair? I want you to sit in your chair, put your feet flat on the floor, and breathe in. Breathe out. through your nose in. Robert R says, what did Cocaine Bear want for Christmas again? I assume cocaine. Breathe in through your nose like Cocaine Bear would. And breathe out through your mouth. Put your feet flat on the floor. Just wiggle your toes and don't think about anything other than how they feel. Feel the inside of your shoes, the inside of your socks, or just the floor on your bare feet. And breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now just feel your weight on your chair, just the feeling of your body weight resting against that chair, and breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now just think about how the back of your head feels. Just concentrate all your thoughts on the back of your head and how it feels. Breathe in and breathe out. Robert R., thank you for the super chat. Breathe in, breathe out. Now think about just how your face feels. Just think about your face. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. And just open up your eyes. Just take in your surroundings. Just think about the world around you. Think about the ground. Think about how the ground spreads out to the earth around you and how you are in communion with the earth through your feet. And breathe in and out. How are we all feeling? T. Regal says, check out the Wax Museum in Monterey, California. Yes, I believe the Wax Museum in Monterey, California is the only wax museum in the United States that I have not been to. I need to get out there. Yeah, I think I need to get out there. Emmy Ray Pickering says, I needed the meditation tonight. Life has been extra hard this month, and I often forget to reflect on the present. It's hard. It's really hard. It's hard to take those moments. 'Cause I'm the kind of person whose mind is always rushing, always looking forward to the next thing that needs to be done, the next video I need to film, the next place I need to get to. And it's really hard for me to stop and just take in the world and take in the moments. Creative says, next time you come to near Houston, you should see if you get the legit mystery room 322 Hotel Zaza. I'm not sure if I can make a full video, but total Halloween content. I've not heard of that. T. Rexel says, have you toured Sally Corporation? I have toured Sally Corporation. It was amazing. That was a great video. I think that's such a good video. And I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why videos don't have more views, but that's silly to worry about. Monterey Bay Aquarium is good too. Explain how I got Joe Dirt. It was made by my friend Paul, who's an artist in Oklahoma City. Grady says it's a semi-luxury old hotel, but for no clear reason. One room is themed like a creepy goth torture dungeon. That's hilarious. Meyer Tent says, did you sign the plush dolls on eBay of you ordering one tonight? So, yeah, those are sold. If that's being sold by Aaron Factor from Creative Engineering, then yes, I did sign those for him. Jason's channel says, I posted the person who did the lip singing to Zombie by Cranberries was shocked anyone actually liked it. Not sure what you mean. Ed, thank you for the super chat. Spook says, bye Jacob, thanks for the birthday shout out and always there to help you with the animatronic stuff. Yes, thank you about the advice on the Hauntress. Did get these super chats right. Meyer Tent, thank you for the super chat. Brexis, would Paul build a Carpetbagger figure for you? I don't know. I don't think he does. I don't think he does like consignments. Although, if he wanted to, I'd pay him to do it. Susan Cox says, "Do you know why Cedar Fair doesn't allow videotaping on the roller coasters?" I do not. I mean, I understand why they don't allow loose items, but I don't understand why people can't use secure methods like GoPros to film. I have no idea why they don't allow that. Noah Peter says, "You're ever going to get back into professional wrestling?" I'd love to. I kind of got separated from it because of the pandemic. Simon Sue, yes, you caught me. You caught me holding pens like Wolverine claws. This is my costume I was gonna use for Dragon Con. I was gonna be Penverine. Yeah. Andrea Price, thank you for the super chat. It's my birthday. Hi, Jacob. Well, happy birthday, Andrea. And thank you for the super chat. Penverine. Jason in Michigan says, "No recording policies hurt parks because people want to visit the parks to see on YouTube." I agree. Agree completely. Eric Hellstrom says, "What I think about the retheming of Splash Mountain to Princess and the Frog." I don't want them to retheme Splash Mountain. I love Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is one of my favorite rides. I have an emotional connection to it. However, if they were going to theme it, I think Princess and the Frog would be the best possible replacement. I just wish they could give, why don't they give Princess and the Frog their own ride? You know, why do they need to reskin? Saints Live says, "Why was no one wearing a mask at Six Flags?" I mean, current CDC regulations state that there's no need to wear masks outside. That's pretty consistent everywhere. I don't know why you think they would be wearing them outside. And then the CDC recommends wearing masks if you're not vaccinated. So. Creedy says, "At least Princess of the Frog is based on the South, similarly to Song of the South." Yeah, listen. That's very true. I agree that Song of the South is that the movie is problematic. But nothing in the actual ride is racist. Nothing in the actual ride, I don't feel, should make anyone uncomfortable. The Brer Rabbit stories are based on African American folklore. Now, how am I trying to say this? Jeffrey Dahmer, please don't spread misinformation in my chat. I don't want to have to block you. So yeah, the Brer Rabbit stories were collected by Joel Chandler Harris, who was a white author. And so really his goal was to preserve these African American folklore. But obviously, we have a white voice speaking for black people. That's problematic, you know, and he's well intentioned, but some of the stuff comes off as insensitive, and I understand that. But in the end, it was to preserve black folklore, and I don't know, you know. Great. Yeah, it says the intent is lost behind the optics. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Walt Disney put out this movie, Song of the South, um, and Walt Disney, a man of that time, he felt like the movie was honoring African American folklore. Um, but what we got with the Song of the South movie was African American folklore through the lens of a white man, then through the lens of another white man. So not, you know, I don't know. Maybe maybe it'd be a good idea to revisit some of these folklore. Maybe let some black voices retell these stories. That's what they should do. That would be a great idea, I think. Disney should maybe make a movie and let black voices maybe hire a black director and tell some of the Brer Rabbit story. Little black voice tell the Brer Rabbit stories. That's an idea. Breck says redo Small World is terrible. I like Small World. I know not everyone likes Small World, but I like Small World. Cody Berry says, "What is the first horror movie you remember watching?" I remember walking into the room when my stepdad was watching Poltergeist, and that was enough to scare the crap out of me. Someone said they wanted to see Brer Rabbit next to Mr. Toad in the Haunted Mansion Cemetery. That's sad. Cemetery Dallas, is that a full-size wax figure behind me? Yeah, it's a full-sized Joe Dirt wax museum. Ink drop art asset for a rabbit is voiced by a black person. I don't believe so. And but who's his name? Like the guy that played Uncle Remus was amazing. He did a great job. I remember Adam the Woo did a video where he went to the grave of the actor that played Uncle Remus. Did an amazing job. The songs. See, that's the thing. Okay. I've watched the movie Song of the South. The animation's great. The songs are great. The live action sections, not really great. DV designs is sad but so present like Mr. Toad. Yeah, I mean, I think if they get rid of it, I agree. Put Brer Rabbit in the graveyard, but just the thought of Brer Rabbit being dead makes me sad. Hank Mullins is Cedar Point or Six Flags. I do like Cedar Point. Cedar Point is known as like the biggest roller coaster park, but it's got a few little gems to it. It's got Boneville, and it's got the new boat ride is such a good ride, such a great attraction. It's really great to see some theming and imagination added to Cedar Point Park. Is it almost midnight? Should we get off here? Should we call it a night? Froggy Cruises, will the haunted Ripley's in San Antonio let you film inside, or do you have to ask permission? I ask permission. I always assume, when I'm dealing with a haunt, I always assume they're going to say no. I always assume they're not going to allow me to just pull a camera out. Most haunts, not going to allow that. So I always try to get permission first with haunts, because it's pretty much the standard. They don't allow filming. And there's some exceptions. Some just don't care. But it's kind of like just an old school. I think it's like an old school thing. Just haunts have never. Here's one thing. Here's an interesting thing. Like, think about this. You know, from haunts over the years not allowing people to film inside, think about how many great haunts are like lost to time. There's no recording of them because they didn't allow themselves to be recorded. They put on a great show, and now it's lost forever. I think, you know, some of these great haunts need to be documented for posterity, I think as Adam always says. Hank Mullins asked I'm doing any more abandoned places. It's not really my goal right now. Not really. You know, really, a lot of that was really dangerous, to be completely true. Cody Bear says, why do you not live chat downtown anymore? I was actually thinking about doing that tonight. I ended up deciding to do the bunker. Do you guys prefer... Here, let's do a poll right now. Do you... do you guys want to see me live stream from the bunker, or do you like walk around downtown? Samurai Tardell says a lot of that is not wanting ideas stolen. I think that might be the spirit behind thinking it, not allow recording, but I think that is antiquated. Like, I think the idea of stealing from haunted houses is kind of an old idea. I think the ideas are out there. I don't think... I mean, I'm not saying you can't come up with something creative, but show your creativity. Let people see your creativity. A lot of people saying both. Bunker. Grady says abandoned location was an era, a window in time. Once it got popular enough that clueless property owners learned it was a thing and took measures to stop it. I do feel that way sometimes. That abandoned videos were kind of a fad. I mean, a fad that I took advantage of, but I think it was kind of a fad on YouTube. People don't really get into the videos as much anymore, as what I found. Not that I upload that many, but like the last few abandoned videos, like they were kind of met weekly. No soup for you. Thank you for the super chat. Just glad you found your groove. I found your channel through Adam. The Woo. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you. Bunker. Shannon Wallace's Build-A-Bear Workshop has a new possum stuffed animal. Man, we spent so much money on Build-A-Bears when Anna was little. Getting a lot of people. Some people like the bunker. Braden's Haunted Yard. Please answer. What will be your first Halloween video this year? In some ways, my first Halloween video is already out. Go check out the Black Orchard Haunt video. Someone asked what the newest thing in the bunker is. That's hard to say, you know. I get things, stickers from places, hang them up. Best Star Wars movie and why? I mean, I don't know. Like maybe the second, New Hope. Okay, here's the problem with New Hope. It does a good job setting up the universe, but okay, I some people must love this part of the movie, but I think that the spaceship fights are boring. Are people gonna get mad at me for saying that? Like the pew 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 spaceship flying around. Like I always think that part's boring in any Star Wars movie, and there's a lot of that in A New Hope. That's kind of the crux of the movie. There's the best. That's kind of like the final, like the big scene is the pew pew spaceships. I like you know, I think the lightsaber fights after that were really cool. Because there wasn't really a good lightsaber fight in the first one. And people like to crap on Phantom Menace. And I'm not going to say it's the best movie, but when I went to the theater and I saw Darth Maul have a double-bladed lightsaber fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn, I thought it was the coolest damn thing I'd ever seen. Creaty says it's no longer visually shocking like it used to be. I think I think you nailed it right there, Creaties. When the Star Wars original movie came out in the late 70s, that was probably amazing, probably mind-blowing. They used the miniatures, you know, it was all practical effects, the spaceships fighting each other. And yeah, it's probably just not as visually impressive. Am I looking forward to the new Halloween movie? No, I didn't really like the remake that came out a couple years ago. Blink Music says I actually love the pod racing thing. I didn't care for the pod racing. I think some people actually enjoyed the pod racing. I thought it was the most boring part of the movie. Nice. Oh, the Chucky show. There's a show about Chucky coming out. Like, it's coming out on Sci-Fi, so I'm like, I don't know. Can they really do like a PG Chucky, or maybe they'll make it a little more intense? I don't know. Like the first movies were really violent and used a lot of foul language. I don't know if they can just. It seems weird the idea of a safe for TV Chucky. Seems like it should be on like a premium network or something where they can get away with more. No Soup for You. Thank you for the super chat. Says, love the Dark Ride videos. I was born early 80s. 1985 was probably the best year as far as 80s, maybe because my memory developed. Yeah, I was only 5 years old in 1985. So I don't know. I just like chicken nuggets. No, Peter, that's my favorite wrestler. My favorite wrestler is Bray Wyatt, who we hopefully haven't seen the last of. I'm really hoping he comes to AEW. Toby and Barney said new Dark Ride coming to Arlington. Yes, I heard about that next year. They're gonna Six Flags Over Texas gonna have a new Dark Ride. I may have to Come check that out. Do I collect anything crime related? I don't have any crime. I don't have any murderabilia. Yeah, I'm still here. Believe it or not. But I probably shouldn't be. It's about midnight. We'll wrap up here in just a few minutes. If anyone's got any final thoughts, final questions, I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. Cemetery Dallas, what is the upcoming planned adventure that you're most apprehensive about? I don't know if there's anything coming out apprehensive about. Haunt season's always taxing. Susan Cox says, will you ever go to the Canada's Wonderland to make a video? Maybe. I just need to get back into Canada at some point. Where is Canada's Wonderland? I do want to go back to Niagara. And your prize is, what type of car do you drive? I drive a Chevy Equinox. Mike DeLeo says, your typical bedtime. I kind of stay up late, usually. Bobby Magno says, do you like 2D animation or computer animation? I don't really like computer animation stuff that much. So I'd say 2D. Appropriator says, why? You've ignored a lot of cues. Listen, there's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of questions. Hobotron says, California canceled Halloween? Yeah, I don't think that's true. I mean, I hope not, because I was planning on going out there. I don't know where you're getting that information from. Blink Music says, who will win Monopoly tonight, me or Vanessa? Say me. Well, you, as long as you get all the orange spaces. Ben says, the last time I came to Virginia, fairly recently. Noah Peters says, are you excited for CM Punk and AEW? Yeah, I'm so excited for something fresh in the wrestling world. Kelsey Saraja says, do I like the X-Files? I haven't really watched. X-Files, be honest. DB Design says, some people say Bray Wyatt isn't actually fired. WWE is tricking us so they can get a big reaction when he comes back. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Andrew Price says, I've ever done the Tail of the Dragon. I have. I did a very, very early video on this channel. I did the Tail of the Dragon. Zombie XM says, do you think you ever plan some trip to British Columbia to Alaska? I was actually talking about that earlier in the stream. We were looking at the globe. Lisa Max said she should create a Carpetbagger Monopoly game. One time I actually tried to make a custom Monopoly board for roadside attractions. So Jake, I want to make sure you're still going to the Spirit Halloween because I wanted to see reaction to the new animatronics. Yes, stay tuned. Cody Bear says, you travel to roadside attractions before the channel? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Bodyman Flan says, you don't seem like guns into your videos. Is that for YouTube's sake? I've seen you shooting one, so I'm assuming because of YouTube. I mean, I don't say bad things about guns in videos, do I? Greg Ham says, have you done Elvis Week last week? Oh, I've never done Elvis Week. I don't even really know what that is. Jennifer Smeltacop says, would you rather go to Count Dracula Castle or Zach Baggins Museum? Zach Baggins Museum is really cool, but you can't film. Will the Rocker says, will you visit the Rock Fire Explosion again? Maybe. Maybe if I have a group I can see. Weecho Man says, Universal Horror Nights this year. Fingers crossed. Robert R. Where was the Wax Museum where nothing looked like the movie stars? Louis Tussauds in Niagara Falls, I think. Enterprise says you should revisit at Jason's channel. My dad asked. He's watching on my shoulder. It's a big thing with my aunt and uncle. Dad's excited to go. At Jason's channel. Tommy Six says, hi, I'm a big fan. You're awesome. Well, thank you. Susan Cox says, Canada's Wonderland is the Cedar Fair Park. Okay. Good Bear says, any of your videos been flagged? Nope. Jerry M says, go to the bunker. Don't pass go. Don't collect 200. Lori Smith says, how about Eastern State Penitentiary? I've been there. I have a video. No soup for you. Thank you for the super chat. This is the last super chat. Just sending my support. Was born September 1980. Last question. How many miles on your vehicle? I'll try to remember that. I'm going to try to post it on Instagram because people ask that all the time. You were born September 1980. I was actually born October, so you're a month older than me. Elisa Martinez asked, what am I dressing for Halloween? Talked about. I know the beginning of this chat was like 3 hours ago, but I don't wear costumes mostly because of sensory issues. So what are you going to be doing for Christmas this year? I have no idea. It's still working on Halloween season. Gallo says, can you sometimes see people react weirdly when you pass them with your camera? Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people know what I'm doing at this point. I think they know what vlogs are. Jeff Wolf says, when do you start going to haunted houses again? Very soon. Ali B says, hi, I've been watching your videos for like 4 years. Well, thank you for the support. Sophia says, I was born in 2001. I'm much older than you. Rachel Lumpkin says, you need to visit Piggott, Arkansas for Horror in the Hollow. DJ Alistair said, dude, it's been 3 hours. Says, hey, Jacob, just be curious, what is the date of your birthday? October 26th is my birthday. Lori Smith says, Headless Horseman Haunted Attraction, Ulster. I would love to film there. I don't know if they would allow it. I haven't ever been in contact with anyone. Alice Martinez says, what is your favorite Halloween movie? I really like the original Halloween. I think it's a good scary movie. Lenisis Wolfie, thank you for the super chat. Have I gone rando nodding? I didn't know random nodding was still a thing. As Coleman says, will you go back to Vegas again? Surely I'll go back to Vegas. Bodyman Flynn says, no, sir, you haven't said anything bad about them. You don't say much about them at all. Seems like you scam over them quickly. I assume because you YouTube flagging gun vlogs. I was curious. No, really, I don't dislike guns. I'm just not interested in them. Guns, like, you go to a museum, they just have a bunch of guns. It's kind of boring to me, so I just kind of make a little gag out of it. Bobby Mangano says, thank you for doing this. You're welcome. Greg Ham says, my birthday is on Star Wars Day, May the 4th. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for joining me here tonight. And hashtag Team Balto. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for the super chat. Until next time, this one's in the bag.